short again, gloved. It's gone over wicketkeeper Pant. And Chahal, who is very fine at third man, has been able to make it round to the fine leg boundary to stop it going for 4.
Have a quick look to see if Chahal has indeed saved a couple of runs. Really, really well done. It's interesting to see Wardy, fine leg and deep square leg, really haven't changed positions after the dismissal of Butler and Livingston. They're in those same positions. Probably the time to get them a little finer.
Love again. This time no run. 208 for 7.
Reflection really on the battle between Hardik Pandya and Liam Livingstone. If Livingston's there at the end of an innings for the last 7 or 8 overs, he can create real damage. So to get him out, to get his wicket in the middle of the innings, really valuable for India. If I show you how they got him at Lords in the second ODI, it's clear that they've had an obvious plan to go short, to try and encourage Livingstone to hit in the air to the leg side in the deep there. This pitch map for Pandya to Livingstone in the second ODI shows 88% of delivery short. They're prepared to go for the odd boundary, those 2 boundaries that you can see there in yellow, but they've kind of bought his wicket, and today even more so. Every ball that Hardik Pandya bowled to Livingstone today was short. There were a couple of 6s in there, but they'll take that in return for his wicket and getting him out before the last 7 or 8 overs of the innings when he can be really dangerous.
Bit of body line in those graphics. Yeah, the definitive plan. As Ash says, India prepared to give away some runs if they're taking wickets. What Rohit has been saying, the way he wants this team to play their cricket, very much on the front foot. There was a long discussion as to what was going to happen for this over. The upshot is Siraj is going to operate from the James Anderson end.
Leg there.
So Dave just skip the ball in across the square to Rishabh Pant, hoping to get some sort of helpful reverse swing, but the lengths that India have been bowling of late aren't conducive to finding out if there is any reverse swing. Been slamming it into the pitch.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on.
Easy couple. A lot of big gaps on this ground. These 2 batters, Wardy, now will set themselves up to try and back that 50 overs, really attack at the back end rather than now. Probably have given Chahal another over or 2. But at the same time, when the slog's on, it's a bit difficult to hit spinners than fast bowlers these days, I would say. How good has Rohit Sharma been? His bowling changes have been absolutely spot on.
Impression of some captains that they're always just a little ahead of the game. They are sort of dictating what's happening, not following what's happening. Sometimes when the opposition collars a couple of bowlers, it does look like you're on the back foot, but Rohit's always just looking as if he's ahead of the game. Well-directed short ball this time from Siraj.
First one.
It's not like the ball can accelerate off the pitch. That's physically not possible. But Butler's been hit on the head twice, Livingston once, and it does seem to be rushing the batsman a bit.
And the bowlers have been changing the seam position of the ball quite well. We're bowling seam up bumpers, crossing bumpers, just to try and change it up to get some variation off the pitch. cross seam delivery. Either hits the seam or the side of the ball, can skid through. Or just have some sort of variation depending on how the ball makes contact with the pitch. That's why the difference in seam positions. The ball's older, more cross seam into the pitch.
All the way into the deep towards Jadeja, but it won't carry to him. Be a couple for David Willey. End of the 40th, end of the power play, 2:14 for 7.
When you buy Dyson's V15 Detect Vacuum, you own powerful suction across hard floors and carpets. Power that's generated by a pioneering digital motor, whole machine filtration, scientific proof of a deep clean, illumination that reveals invisible dust, and hair detangling technology. The most awarded cordless vacuum. Free next day delivery at Dyson.
10 overs remain in England's innings. They're 2:14 for 7. We're into the final power play.
Power play 3 for the remainder of the innings, a maximum of 5 periods.
Change of bowling at the Brian Statham end. Sid Krishna will replace Hardik Pandya. What's minimum England need to get to, would you say? Best guess.
I think 250 plus. They've experienced breaking down the Indian batters in the last game. They fancy themselves again to make inroads. Indian batters haven't really shown a huge amount of confidence in terms of their batting. Not everyone in rhythm, so England will fancy their chances. You'll get to 250 plus easy. Just bat from here on. Let's pick the overs you want to try and attack. Load it up more towards the back end in terms of trying to look for more and more boundaries. You can easily get to 260, 270 from here.
Ooh. No ball called straight away by square leg umpire. We get a warning. Not deliberate, but definitely too high.
No ball called. The next delivery will be a free hit. So
it's now a free hit for deliveries bowled above waist height on the full toss. So Craig Overton can swing hard. And does, into the leg side, away for 4.
Yeah, two very, very poor deliveries from Prasid Krishna. The first one, complete lack of control. So important with bowling partnership to support the bowler from the other end, to support your captain and your side. You have to be clinical in your execution. And then the free hit with the field set on the leg side. It's a nothing ball, not short enough to take it to the fielders on the leg side, or change of line to the offside to try and take it to third man or sweeper. He needs to come back really well from those two deliveries.
Yeah, come on.
Just having a look at the options available for Rohit Sharma to get to the end of this innings. Got 9 overs and 2 balls remaining. 6 bowlers have been used. Chahal moderately expensive, Siraj slightly expensive, but picking up 2 crucial wickets, or very big wickets. Bairstow and Root. Outstanding from Hardik, 7 overs, 3 maidens, 4 for 24. Willie was swinging away into the leg side, all the way. Good catch there.
Well, England were under pressure, but very poor execution here, allowing Willie and Overton to really exploit the length, the lines bowled, and really get the rhythm back. And the game swinging back towards England's way.
2:26 for 7.
It's been quite frustrating for Rohit Sharma. He had it in control until that over. It's so important that the bowlers understand what the plan is, what they need to do. Each delivery has to be bowled with intent. 7 wickets down, yes, but England have the batting and tail to really do some damage. It's not what the captain wanted.
The captain's in conversation with his bowler at the James Anderson end, Mohammad Siraj. I'm not sure whether or not Prasidh Krishna will get another one. Brian Statham end. Still 9 overs to go. What time did we start this morning, Sanger? Got to bowl ideally those 9 overs in about 12 minutes. Oh, zip through and over there to Rishabh Pant. It's a wide. A little untidy from India in the last 6 or so minutes.
Yeah, quite a bit untidy. The control that they've gained over England right now has been let go. Both Willie and Overton have been very smart. They've knocked it around, taken advantage of some very loose bowling. It's one of the things we talked about Rohit's captaincy. They've only bowled Jadeja for 1. It's gone for 19, yes, but at this stage, perhaps they can have a lot more control in terms of bowling spin. It's a big ground. The batters have to really clear those lines, muscle the ball. And we've got extra fielder down on the boundary now after the 40th over in the last power play. Very, very advantageous to bowl spin.
Well, Rohit was just saying to either Siraj or Chahal, just calm down. Let's go again. Talking again to his bowler. Upshot is a change of field on the leg side. Mid wicket goes out towards the fence.
Rohit just trying to impose some calm, some sense into the fielding unit, into his bowlers. A lot of conversations. I think his calmness belies what he probably would have said to Siraj and to Prasidh Krishna. Just settle down, back to basics.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on.
2, and they will get 2. A little bit of cloud cover here in Manchester for the first part of this game. That's pretty much burnt off now, so it's starting to heat up. delay here as remove the balloon. Oh, popped it. Oh, thought that had gone straight up in the air. 235 for 7.
The Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games is all set. With 11 days of competition across 19 different sports.
Witness the fitness. One hope, one quest. Witness the fitness. Witness the fitness.
Witness world-class athletes on home turf. Buy your tickets from only £22 today.
8 overs to go then. And, in the hunt for somewhere in the region of 300. Really difficult for themselves to get there, that is for sure. Partly through over-adventurousness in the early part, and partly because of some excellent bowling and captaincy from India. We still have dangerous ball strikers at the crease at the moment, so they won't be able to switch off and pat themselves on the back just as yet. Forget that 8 times in the last 9 one-day internationals played here at Old Trafford, the team batting first have been victorious. And all of that points towards an excellent second half of this game. If England can post something in excess of 280, you would imagine. Oh, it's been terrific cricket to watch. And India have hung in there and they've just kept chipping away, taking wickets. It's been an impressive display from them so far.
Afternoon, Butch. Afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it has. It's been the theme of the series. The bowlers have taken centre stage. The 2 very strong batting lineups haven't managed to come up with the goods yet. As we see deep mid-wicket being pushed back. Short ball ploy should continue.
Yeah, come on, lady.
They've used the short ball well, haven't they, England? They've used it a lot. And you do that because, well, the ball's been pitched up, batters have been able to hit through the line, but also because England have not perhaps been as good, as incisive against that short ball as you would expect them to be. Also got that huge boundary, haven't you, to the leg side, so bowling from the Brian Statham end, the right-handers hitting out towards the building side. It's a huge carry. Liam Livingstone hit a couple of mighty blows out there, but even he couldn't keep sticking it over the fielder's heads back there. And so it's a legitimate, if perhaps obvious, tactic to use the middle of the pitch and use that long side. We've come across, seen quite a lot of Prasidh Krishna in IPL cricket. Sensed a little, you had a little smirk on your face. You can't understand why he's employing that tactic right now.
I'd love to know what Rohit Sharma was thinking when he bowled a slower ball, having set a field for the complete opposite. He's a fine bowler, Prasidh Krishna. All the attributes. Very reactive when batters move around the crease. Often bowls the really tough overs in the IPL. for the Rajasthan Royals. Fantastic talent.
Long on has gone back now, so the field shifts again.
Yeah, come on.
Goes for the short ball this time. I imagine it's something that people don't get to see this side of captaincy, but the different characters, you know, the bowlers, you would imagine that it's quite straightforward. You go up to a bowler, you have your conversation, and that's it, you put it to bed. That's not always the case, is it?
No, it's certainly not. To be honest, a lot of the plans that you have with bowlers and conversations that you have are, the majority of the planning is done pre-game. And all you're doing throughout the game is taking in information, making sure the bowler is also taking in that information and working with it from there.
Oops. And that's a little bonus for England. Really crashes it through, quite literally through extra cover for 4. 2-4-4 for 7.
Another slower ball from Krishna, second of the over, just 60 miles per hour. Dave Willey just waits on it.
Change your bowling. Right on over.
His out cricket in the main has been excellent today. Today's you had a couple of brilliant catches out there on the boundary. But, do without that though. Might have been Virat Kohli of all people at extra cover. That one skipped through his